Hello and welcome back to the Pain Train, aka the Academy on the hardest difficulty, Brutal. In the last episode, we managed to consolidate control over Russia. We then transfer that into China, and we're about to finish China completely. Pretty good success overall, I would say, considering we are on the hardest difficulty and we are going to be the Academy. However, I expect this episode is going to be a lot more difficult than the previous one. But before we do that, let's go over a little bit about what each of the factions are doing. So let's do that. In North America, we see that the United States is completely clean so far. However, its neighbors are still in a bit of turmoil. We have the Illuminati, followed by the Alien Lovers and Warhammer Fanatics, currently in control of the Mexican state, though they are fighting over it, it does appear, based on that crackdown. In Canada, Humanity First, or the Warhammer Zealots, have taken control over Canada, and looks like they're going to complete that up. In South America, we have the Protectorate going after Brazil. It looks like they're going to take Brazil. We also have the Resistance in Guyana, and we have the Initiative in Suriname. And the Protectorate also seem to have left Colombia. In Africa, we have the Alien Lovers and the Warhammer Zealots in South Africa. It seems like the Servants are winning that one. The Resistance in Botswana and the Initiative in Namibia. And over up north, in Lower Guinea, we have the Initiative, and we also have some kind of sporadic resistance control, but Africa's, largely speaking, seems to be more of the Initiative playground for now. In the Middle East, we have the Initiative taking full control of Iran and fortifying it, as well as Georgia. Humanity First taking control of Azerbaijan and Afghanistan, as well as putting efforts into Pakistan, which they seem to be winning out on. In Turkey, as a bloodbath as it usually is, we have the Protectorate, the Servants, and the Resistance fighting over it. Right now, it seems the Servants are winning that fight. And then if we go over into Europe, we can see that Europe is kind of a mishmash of different factions. Based on what I am seeing, it seems that the Project Exodus are going to probably be in the better position to seize more European areas. They did unfortunately lose a lot of Swedish territory, but it's going to be really a toss-up, I think, between them and the Protectorate, with a little bit of Servant Menace knocked in. The Resistance are making a play, though. They're taking over our former territories that we seized in Russia, so we'll have to follow Europe as we continue on. In Oceania, we have the Initiative, who's taken one control point in Australia. We have the Resistance, who have taken 1 point in the Pacific States. And then we have the Protectorate going after Malaysia, with a fight between the Servants and Project Exodus over Indonesia. While in the Far East, or in Asia, we see that the Resistance have taken control of Japan by 2 points, as well as Humanity First, Project Exodus. And there's also a 3-faction fight over South Korea, with the Initiative also taking control of North Korea. And there we have it. That's the current situation that we are in, and let's continue on. So in the last episode, someone did point out that I made a mistake in taking Taiwan before taking China, and that's correct. I did make a mistake in that regard, because Taiwan is a rival directly with China, and because they are a rival, that does cause us some problems. So what I am going to do is we're going to try and move that down if I can. Is that locked in? Can we adjust that, please? Yeah, we can't adjust that because they broke away. So that is going to require a unification play. That's going to require a federation play. And that's going to take us quite a bit of time. We still don't have control over Japan fully. In terms of our advisors, we have our science boy. We have our evangelicist. Working fine. This guy really he's doing well, and we also have the inspector. We're trying to get a 5th slot right now so that we can ensure we have enough points. We do need to make sure that we're actually running up enough influence for that, which is going to take some time, of course. And so yeah, the control point issue is going to be something we need to combat. But let's get to actually assigning what our people are going to do. Well, we currently have our scientists investigating the alien crash site in the middle of Niger. And our spy over here is currently in South America with the initiative. We could look at detainment, but I don't really want to piss the initiative off if I can, because if we have a look at the current relations map mode, not map mode, but the situation, we can kind of see who likes us and who doesn't. Basically, nobody likes us. We would like to change that if possible. So we are going to keep you away for now, and what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to have you kind of back off from doing anything over there and kind of refocus your efforts elsewhere, potentially. I mean, it depends who we want to make enemies of. Let's just go investigate some of the councils nearer to us to kind of get an idea.
We'll see what they're up to.
With you, we can keep our stabilization of Kazakhstan. Obviously, unrest causes problems, lowers cohesion, hammers the economy, can cause revolutions, makes it more vulnerable to being attacked by other factions.
We'll turn down the heat.
So we've obviously got to be careful of that. We are also building some stuff up in space, but we're going to have to save up for lunar exploration, and we're going to need to also get a lot more mission control capacity, which we are somewhat building in China right now. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I would have liked to abort that test. Proceed with the test. That does mean we have a massive loss in public opinion around the world. That's not really what I want. We do finish up clandestine cells as well now, and that's going to be very, very useful. What I'm actually going to do, weirdly enough, is I'm going to put this into audience research, but I'm going to put only one into it, and then I'm going to start trying to get some research into these techs so we get control of at least 2 of the global research.
There are 2 types of people in.
So that is outpost tabs. Next up is deep space propulsion. We do have good bonuses for that. And unfortunately, we did lose the attempt there to get into China. I'm not getting rid of Taiwan right now, just because at the end of the day, right, it's better to have, I think, at the moment than otherwise, because we spent so much effort into it. I just feel like getting rid of it now would kind of just be a kick in the teeth and not really something that you'd want to realistically do, right? So let's go for control nation. We'll do let's do 8 influence. I'm putting a lot into it, but I just want to get it sorted out and checked off, really. You, if you can, contact the protector, see what we can manage. Okay, keep that stabilization. We are starting to lose some of our influence from public global opinion, and we also lose -2 per day from the control point issue. But there's not a lot I can do about that, realistically speaking.
Making our case.
Because I either have to give up Taiwan or I have to give up China, or I have to give up Kazakhstan. I don't want to give up any of those.
We want the same thing ultimately.
How much
one or the other can achieve?
How much influence would you be willing to give me for, like, 200? Why not? I'll take the influence. Thank you very much. And then we can use that to recruit someone immediately. So what am I looking for? Well, we have a science person, we've got a persuasion person, we've got a spy and investigation person. We have a kind of command person, which we're kind of going to train up for that command capability. Something that I think we're probably missing is going to be someone who can inspire people. No, we do have someone who can inspire. We've got a good persuasion on her. So who would I really want? Who's available and who would I want, right? Someone who's capable, good at command capability could be useful. An astronaut. It's a consideration. You can't really do much else though besides... Yeah, you can't do coup d'etat, you can't do any of that. Tycoon, a little bit of money from that, not really anything else I want. Quick learner, opinion leader, quick learner, expert. Some considerations for this. Also a stabilized nation. I really want someone who can pad out that that administration though. I think she would do okay. She'll give us 10 extra points, I think. Do I want to hold out for anyone else? I don't think so. I think going for her. She's also United States, which gives us access to the United States organizations. So I'm going to go for recruit her, and then that will also boost influence up significantly. And again, we want to stockpile as much influence as we can in these early days when the academy is popular. Even though we did have that unfortunate anti-satellite test, which caused public opinion to drop significantly. And there we go, we just got the 25 influence, which is very, very nice. In terms of other research, we can't really afford anything in terms of the outpost core yet. But I think it's probably going to be the only useful one, realistically speaking. What we do need is a engineering organization so that we can actually get the second point, or not second point, the second council engineering project. And there we go, we just managed to get full control over China. So what I'm focusing on in China right now is mission control points, a little bit of funding, and then a lot into our knowledge. We want to get the education up as much as possible, because the education is one of the big downsides in China. And we also want to try and get the democracy score up where we can. However, successfully, we've now managed to gain full control over China. Obviously, our current admin cap's a little bit of concern. But I think we just have to fight through it. We might have to give up Taiwan. I think giving up Taiwan might be a good idea. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unally the US. Okay. So we're going to unally the United States, right? And then we're just going to take Taiwan. I think that's going to be the better plan. So we're going to abandon Taiwan. There we go. And then in the next phase, we're going to get our army and just go take Taiwan. We don't have much navy though, unfortunately. Yeah, not a lot of navy forces. I'm not sure we'd be able to take on that. 4 administration age, it's rugged terrain as well. We would need to build the navy up to at least have 4 forces, or get some other ally in. Russia, we don't have anything in Russia that we can do so, but I still think that was the right play. We'll get Taiwan eventually. We'll get Taiwan eventually. There we go. I don't think we'll be able to take Taiwan anytime soon though, unfortunately. So we'll just have to kind of wait on that. But in the meantime, what we can do and what we should do is we're going to have you begin defending our interests.
Making things safe for our people.
We're going to have Mr. Science Man go and advise, and then we're also going to have our evangelicist. Not boosting up public opinion is not really going to be too useful here, I don't think, because we're going to just lose that eventually. Let's try and talk projects this again. I want to try and get relations back to something more normal. What I am going to do, however, is begin investigating our own councillors. Get an idea for their loyalty, because that's going to be very important to know.
We'll restore peace to the...
Okay, there is the channel with the initiative. I'll take... Again, I'm just going to start trading money for influence, because influence is a lot more useful for us. 100 credits for 21 influence, I'll take that.
Protecting our
okay, so yeah, it looks like the initiative went into Taiwan. We also have kind of a fight here. It looks like resistance are going to get control of Russia, though. I don't mind these things too much. It's not that big of a problem for us. However, we did just get 100 influence, which is nice. Not much up for grabs, though. Not much up for grabs at all. Yeah, nothing that we can buy. So, no influence grab, but we're going to keep hold of it for where we can. With our investigation person over here, you can begin investigating some councillors.
Tracking target.
Acknowledged.
We can also continue our stabilization efforts.
Restoring order.
Where to?
Ready.
And then, could we contact anyone else? The Protectorate really don't want to have anything to do with us, so we can't do anything there. So just finish up the stabilization on Kazakhstan, and then we're going to keep investigating other individuals. Let's do one into Australia.
Initiating surveillance.
With each passing day, humanity shatters the boundaries of the possible. It is our certain destiny to...
There is advanced electromagnetism, and then looks like it's going to be Deep Space Watch next, but we have been able to keep 2 points into biotech, deep space propulsion, and deep space sky. We're not getting Skywatch, but we could probably put a point in. Let's put a point in. 4.4. It's not that big of a loss, and we're pretty far ahead on these two. We can definitely probably get all three to do what we want. So
lending my expertise.
Let's try and do that. We also are trying to boost that research as much as we can up. We are actually getting a decent amount of democracy score. Xenology lab, those are going to be very useful, but we can't get them just yet. And there we go. Xenoforms detected in Santiago. We've detected what appears to be alien microbes and plants in the Santiago region of Chile. They are thriving and threaten to displace the native biota, which strangely does not seem to be resisting their advances to the degree we'd expect. A direct application of force, either via counselor, mission, or army operation, should be able to reduce or even eliminate its spread. So that should give us some research into that. Yeah, Xenoflora project. I'm actually going to put our research into that because I don't really care about Outpost Core yet. We need to get Kazakhstan, and then we'll do this next month, out of the Eurasian Union, ideally. So that we get all 2.6 of the boost back. And we limit other factions from getting that boost, because right now the resistance is getting majority of that. Alright, we got a lot of influence stockpiled right now. Is there any organizations available? There is, and there is even an organization that we can actually get what I wanted. And what I wanted was the engineering, but I'm actually going to put the science one on this. 218, get us a little bit of science, a little bit of extra science income. And then for evangelicist, we're not going to put on you. We'll put it on the judge. We can also get the Taipei one. But no, we'll go for a purchase. It's so cheap that I might just grab it, to be honest. But no, that'll give us that extra research slot, which will be very, very nice. Yeah, no, that could be very, very nice. There are some other ones here as well that we could potentially lock, but we need criminal for that. You are kind of going to be persuasion investigation character, so this actually works great for you. Let's purchase that. A little bit of extra investigation. We do lose some income, but we start generating a little bit more operations points, which is going to be useful for anything in the future that we want to do.
Ready for my mission.
We're going to have you set national policy.
Heading to the capital.
Standing by.
You just keep advising, and then we also want to go over to our
We'll make things safe.
spy.
Acknowledged.
And if possible, contact the initiative, please.
Initiating contact.
Ready.
Inspector, you can keep kind of investigating our own councillors if possible, because we want to get an idea of their loyalty and not have them,
I will help them.
double cross us.
Making contact.
If you want to waste your time...
We can get a non-aggression pact. We will do a non-aggression pact. How much for the influence? 17 influence? You'll pay us influence as well? How much money will you pay us? $200 cash? 200 cash, 17 influence for a non-aggression pact? I'll take it. I will take it. As much of that influence as we can possibly get, really.
Surveillance complete.
We'll keep talking with all the different factions, try and get them to, not hate us as much as they normally do. So there we go. Project X is now tolerant of us, and we also have now tolerance with the initiative, tolerance with humanity first, and tolerance with the resistance. We are in and tolerance with protective. We are in conflict with the servants, though.
Things are cool enough.
There we go. Actually managed to fully stabilize Kazakhstan.
Policy policy direction complete.
And we're going to lead the Federation of the Eurasian Union. There we go. That should start giving us a big boost in our boost income. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to that event, so I'm a bit concerned about it. Taiwan seems to be kind of a free fall at the moment, though the initiative seems more hell-bent on actually taking it. Let's have a look at what we can purchase. The International Military Fund, that's plus 8 admin points right there. With the monthly income of plus 2. Kind of want to save for that, to be honest. Because that would deal with a lot of our influence problems and make us a lot more secure. So we're going to save our influence, but what we are going to do, we can't stabilize anymore. We can instead just keep investigating.
Investigating target.
Acknowledged. Offering support.
Where do you need me?
I would like to contact the Protector if I can, and we're also going to contact the servants. Again, we're playing the middle ground. We don't care too much, you know. They're going to be, if they're going to be alien lovers, they're going to be alien lovers, you know.
At your service.
There's not much I can do about that. What I am going to do is I'm going to go over to Chile. I'm going to do survey location. I think this does something. I'm not sure though.
Of course, there was an accident.
And we are leading in all those, so we can actually get some research. Now, there's a few ways you can go. Obviously, you can go into the rocketry and kind of get extra boost techs and stuff like that. You can go into military science, kind of military-based stuff. You can go into the arrival information sciences, which can provide you a lot of different benefits, and I think that's what I'm going to go for. Though a mission to the moon could be useful, I don't think it's going to be useful just yet for us until we get that boost capacity up, so we're going to wait a little bit. We're going to go for arrival domestic politics to get institutional outreach.
Offering assistance.
Okay, so we are back. Apparently some new organizations potentially we could buy. We can buy Voices of America. That's plus 3 that. Federal Bureau of Investigation is plus 4 investigation. We lose minus 250 on... Is that... I guess that's monthly income? Yeah, it is. And we make a monthly income of 63.6. There's no way we're purchasing that. Does look someone took the IMF, which is not great. We can get the Voice of America though. That provides a little bit extra persuasion capability. I'm gonna take this off. I guess you can't buy it because you're not a government person. Okay, we will buy that then, because that'll provide us with... Not only provides with plus 3 extra persuasion monthly income, we get a monthly income of 132. Yeah, so I don't think that's worth it actually. We're gonna hold off then. We're gonna hold off on the influence. We're gonna keep stockpiling that as much as we can.
Initiating surveillance.
If the Protector are gonna be annoying like that, we're gonna grab Mr. Investigation Man and we're gonna go try and see if we can do some detaining on the Protector.
Bring them in.
Acknowledge.
Alright, yeah, so basically just focusing on stabilizing, defending our interests, keep their advising up, and also we're going to be trying to detain, if possible, the Protectorate individual, get some intel on them.
Offering counsel.
I would also like to turn a councillor early. That might be a very big play, potentially. Can we do that anywhere? Yes, we do have a 12 persuasion here, so...
Tracking
We'll get that persuasion up a little bit. Do we have any extra XP available? Yes, we do, actually. I'm going to augment you accordingly. I'm going to try and get your let's get your admin up. Admin points up is always good because we need to be able to afford organizations, because organizations are kind of how we snowball there. But there we go, we just managed to get control. Now that's going to piss them off. Yeah, they're in conflict with us. But stuff comes in and out of conflict. We want to try not piss people off too much, but there we go. We did just get that a little bit of bug on the UI there, and we can kind of see what they have a little bit easier. Yeah, these guys are kind of in conflict with everyone. Okay, so let's have a look at research. We're actually doing really well here. We've actually been able to keep control of all 3 of the different global researchers, which is fantastic. So really happy with that.
Surveilling target.
Ready for my mission. Lending my expertise.
At your service. I'll speak with them.
Where do you need me? Eyes on target.
Standing by for orders. Investigating target.
Again, just focusing on investigating people, as well as stabilizing, as we kind of wait for this lull period as we prepare for the crash. And by crash, I mean the actual pain that will be having to deal with losing half our control points.
Offering assistance.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
How could one so young?
There we go, just got Deep System Skywatch. That does obviously detect a lot of alien stuff. I think arrival markets, like clean energy, space, commerce, work, automation. Arrival markets, bootstrap maximum effort. Let's go for arrival economics on the next one there. Oh, a UFO actually crashed in China. Well, we'll have to go investigate that, obviously. And we just got access to alien origin, which we'll finish up after audience research, I guess.
Surveillance complete.
We've got some intel on our target.
We found nothing of note.
Those give us a little bit more influence. Let's do alien origin. That's a pretty expensive research. We're going to get probably a few xenology labs before I do anything with that. Information science research, we can go for one into that. And then, yeah, overall, pretty good so far. Again, it's all going to come crashing down relatively soon, I would imagine. Okay, we now have a lot of influence, and we've actually got some stuff on the market. So we have Onyx Group, that's +3 admin points. We have Monada Technology Group, and we also have Jovian Instruments. That seems like a pretty clear to me. Throw that into the scientist, man. He has a science of 12. I do believe we also had other science area like Upsalt, which could give us the extra little bit of science on that single person. We can also buy the CIA. We could buy the CIA. That would give us a lot of potential to do a lot of fun things. However, it also would cost us -400 on the monthly income, which yeah, we don't have much income. We lose quite a bit of income from Habs. We get 1.7 from Nations. We can buy pretty much all of these if we wanted to. National Reconnaissance Office. These are really good. These are really, really good. I'd love to buy these. But the -200 monthly income. Can I like just buy them and then keep them in keep them hidden? I mean, this is just ridiculous. That's how many points it's giving us? 4 ops points, +1 persuasion, +2 investigation, +3 espionage, +5 admin. This gives us +4 investigation, +2 of this. If we had all of these, like the capability, the LRO is really appealing to me because it gives us those mission control and also gives us 0.3 monthly boost income. Which is a decent chunk of change increase. I think the best one's probably the CIA though. Can I just purchase? +5 admin points. I'm gonna purchase the organization, but I'm gonna transfer that off. Does that keep costing us no matter what? I hope it doesn't. And to help deal with the cost of buying that, I am going to up funding because if I remember, yeah, funding. 10 a year. We need some spoils. Just a little bit, just a little bit of spoils. Yeah, and we did cry the CIA. And we need obviously government person to be able to actually, you know, use that.
What's the op?
That pub might have been the wrong play, to be
We'll
honest.
turn down the heat.
But
What's the op?
you know, I think you can make a case for it. You can make a case for it. I think we'll get the money. We should be able to get the money back after the transfer occurs. I think. I hope. Because it's not actually equipped. Because we need 60 influence, I think, to actually equip it. So I don't think it's a cost, though it might be. And if it is, then we are in a little bit of trouble in terms of actually getting us some money. In that case, what I am going to do is I'm going to see if we can talk with the initiative.
Establishing contact.
Try and get us some money.
Ready to go. Headed there now.
Yeah, just go and inspect the alien crash site while we're actually at it. Okay, the initiative managed to take control there. Let's put 1 into you, 2 into you, and again, we're just trying a balancing act to get kind of stuff that I want.
We'll open a channel.
If you want to waste your time trying to talk these monsters down, you go right ahead.
We'll do this, okay. How much you would be willing to trade some boost capacity? I would be willing to trade this for money because I've just spent a ridiculous amount. 1400 for 3 boost. We make 0.09 boost. It's a trade offer. Yeah, let's go for it. I want the money to make sure that we're not going to just immediately sink into the black hole. You might have been a bit foolhardy to get the CIA, but you know when you can get the CIA, you get the CIA. But here we go, alien flora. So it spreads faster than any terrestrial flora fungus. You can read this to guys if you want, but basically we don't know. We don't know yet. So we'll have to see. Let's go into Outpost Core next, and then we can go for Mission. I think will be the next stuff that we go for. You're also getting biotechnology on the way, which is nice to see.
We found something.
Alien activity. That gets us obviously a small boost. We get concurrent boosts from that. So Xenology, we have 4%. I think it's from 2 investigate, or I think is it 1 to 2%. It's very little, small boosts. Okay, looks like that is going to cost us, so we're just going to put it on then. There we go. Inspector. And that provides us with a ton of admin points, and then that also provides us with science, a little bit of persuasion, all that other good stuff. There are other organizations we could purchase, however, we need cash money. We need cash money, really. So increasing funding and stuff like that is going to probably be the important thing. You've got admin points available. Let's go persuasion. We've actually now back under our control capacity, which means we get that influence. I think honestly a viable play is selling influence for money. If worst case to worse. But you know, it's a bit of a balancing act at the end of the day. Either way, yeah, the CIA giving us a lot of investigation points. We've got 12 investigation on you, and we can hopefully get that boost up even more so.
Tracking target.
We got someone in China. Can you go sort that out for us, please?
Reporting in. I will help them.
Standing by. I'll make sure they are
I'm just doing some inspires on people at the moment, while we keep trying to find other factions. Let's talk with the Protectorate.
Contact.
See if they want a non-aggression pact again. Because I don't really want to have beef with the Protectorate, to be honest. I mean, who's taking control of territory? So we've got the Resistance. I'd like to get a treaty with the Resistance at minimum. Europe is still an absolute mess, and the US not really any closer to being defined, and these are kind of the major world powers, so it's kind of important for me to understand who
I believe they'll stay loyal
who is
to the
doing
cause.
what and where.
Establishing contact.
We want
Um,
the same thing ultimately. Let us hope one or the other can achieve it.
I would like cash money, please, and in exchange, you would not take influence. Okay. Would you take? You wouldn't take boost, I don't think. Let's go ops. You wouldn't even take that. Okay. The protectors are too bloody greedy for their own good.
I have new information.
We found nothing of note.
There it is. So roughly half our points are cracked down. Whoa! Did we keep all of China? Oh, that's big. That was actually a really incredibly lucky. We kept all of China. We did lose Kazakhstan though. Okay, so we're gonna lose Kazakhstan. I don't think there's gonna be anything we can do about that. But yeah, still, that's incredibly good for that, for what happened. I'd love to get Taiwan. We could probably look at actually taking that back now. Russia did actually manage to succeed there.
Then they can clean.
And we just got biotechnology, so this will give us the ability to go for cybernetics in the future. We can also go for arrival psychology. But I think let's start picking up some of the advanced chemical rocketry, and then we'll go for mission to the moon on the other one after. But no, actually, we got through that pretty damn well. Better than I expected. We do lose a lot of influence, though, unfortunately, from what we had. Let's go for Xenology Lab. Now, we also lose a lot of boost because of not being able to take that over. Can we adjust allies? We can. Turns that to rival. Okay, so what I just did was I killed all of Kazakhstan's alliances, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go invade them. So we're going to start moving our armies up all the way to the northern border of China. And we're going to go invade Kazakhstan. And so we're going to need to obviously set a national policy.
Time to make our move.
This will be the easiest way to get our territory back for us, relatively simply. So it's what we're going to do.
Going off the grid.
I'm also going to begin pumping up campaign missions there. And as you can see, China had changed a lot in terms of its public opinion. So that's going to be something that we've got to be very careful about. Now let's go investigate that person in Russia. I want to see if I get contact with the resistance, if possible. We can also stabilize.
Restoring order.
And that's not the person I want to stabilize at all. Yeah, protect
Defending
region.
VIP.
And then we're gonna go invade if possible. It's gonna take us some time to get across all
Going
of
into
China
hiding.
though. It's probably taking more than a month. We can have a look if there's any extra organizations we can take. Secret Service. That's a pretty cheap one actually. Ton of American things, and no one else can take them yet because they don't have anything in terms of American control points. There might be American operatives, so they potentially could take them, right? But it's completely dependent on that. Let's go for extra investigation score, and keep stabilizing
Restoring order.
Kazakhstan if we
Ready
can.
for my mission.
Ready to go.
Your orders?
You can keep investigating. Investigate Alwyn.
Eyes on target.
Your orders.
Can we talk with a resistance contact yet? No, we can't. I need to find myself a resistance contact. Poland. Let's go.
Tracking target.
Reporting in.
Poland, Malaysia.
Surveilling
Find me
targets.
some targets, please.
Offering counsel.
Surveillance complete.
Oof, we lost 3 boost from losing a rocket. That's unfortunate.
I will help them.
I will try to sway the public.
I'm here. We'll open a channel.
Standing by. Initiating surveillance.
Ready for orders. We'll see what they're up
Okay,
to.
our armies are nearly there. And again, we're continuing to investigate. Oh, we do actually have something available for purchase, plus 30 monthly income. And we have Latana investments, which we can basically use for that. We'll put that on Mr. Science Man. And we will put the money on the evangelist. So that'll generate a little bit of extra income. But no, that provides us with that plus 4 admin points. Which we can then make use of later. There was also this one, which is Tellus Strategy. Big benefits there if I can buy that. I need money though. So
Ready.
is there a bank I can withdraw from? No, doesn't look like it. I really would like to get contact with the Protector again. Do we know of anyone we can potentially get? Let's go for Mexico City.
Initiating surveillance.
Ready for my
Let's go
mission.
for another advise.
Offering assistance.
And
Orders.
then over here, we can go for, what was it, Leash We
I'll
Ben.
speak with them.
What I do want to do is, if possible, actually, I'm going to detain you. Got an apparent loyalty of 5. So let's detain you and see if we can turn you over. Again, I'm looking for a initiative person. And a launch pad fire? Oh my god, we're losing all the boost capacity. We do get some new organizations on the market though. This big income, very nice. We can also get the 7th US Special Forces Headquartered Tactical Group. Which is very nice, but I'm going to purchase this, definitely. Sparta Industries. Probably not. I probably shouldn't have put it on you though. We're going to take that off, and I'm going to put it on someone else. Judge person, you can have it. That does, again, reduce our deficit a little bit. I'm going to increase the spoils a little bit again, just so that we can actually fund
Standing
ourselves.
by for orders.
Oh, we found an initiative person. Fantastic. We're going to talk with you. And it looks like the
Initiating
initiative
Standing
are
by.
going for the United States. So if we can make good friends with them, that will obviously be a good idea.
Offering counsel.
Ready to go.
And what I do
Standing
want
by.
to do is, where is my evangelist?
What's the op?
Where to?
Because I would like if we could capture you and then... We can't do a hostile takeover either because we need admin points. We don't have... we do have 10 admin points. It's just they have a lot more and it's also brutal difficulty. Unfortunate.
Making our case.
Reporting in.
Nothing we can do here. We could look at investigation again.
Eyes on target.
Let's see what we
Your
can do.
orders.
No detainment here. Can't do any defend interests either. No sabotage project. Yeah, nothing we can do there. Okay. Detain? Executive?
Going silent.
Go to the ground, there's nothing you can do.
In each of us.
Advanced chemical rocketry, and there's a mission to the Mars being
Offering
researched.
support.
Hunkering down.
Now we're going to get a rival
Making
economics
contact.
and also
If
politics.
you want to waste your time trying to talk these monsters down, you go right
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I want your money. We do a non-aggression pact. How much do you want? Apparently you want quite a bit. How about some ops? What would you do for 1,000? Yeah, you wouldn't trade that. Okay, what about just non-aggression pact? Again, you wouldn't do that either. Nothing we can do about that then. There we go, we just fully occupied Almaty. Oh, it was Nur Sultan, isn't it? That's the capital, if I remember myself correctly. Yeah, this is the capital region. I should have seen that. Well, we occupied that anyway. We'll finish up occupation elsewhere soon enough.
Ready for my mission.
Yeah, you can go contact them then, see what you can do.
Initiating contact.
Ooh,
Ready
actually,
for my mission.
Standing by for
Turn.
orders.
let's spend 16 influence, see if we
You'll
can
be
turn
working for
the
us.
protectorate individual.
Ready to go.
Investigate for me that Mexico City councillor,
Investigating
because
target.
I'm going to want to get a negotiation
Standing
with
by for
her
orders.
if possible. Defend our interests
Making things
in
safe for our
China,
people.
Where do you need me?
and then also stabilize in China if we could, please.
We'll make things safe.
Your orders?
And yeah, I'm turning this off again. I just need a little bit of that injection of cash, because we
Going
bought the
silent.
CIA. Because why not?
You'd think a threat this big would find.
The economy in Kazakhstan is collapsing. That's a problem. Well, I've never seen this event before. Okay, Kazakhstan's economy just collapsed, apparently. Well, nothing I can do about that, really. Institutional bastions, that's plus 5,000. Let's go for advanced heat management concepts. Let's do mission to the moon.
Hunkering down.
Protect.
Yeah, the Kazakhstani economy just absolutely collapsed through the floor. Oh my god. That was now generating no boost. Okay, we're gonna need to sort this out. A bunch of different projects come up which are going to be very, very important because they're going to allow us to do interplanetary exploration much easier. So I'm going to start putting research into them. Space tugs as well. We'll get that eventually, but no, we're going to put some research into planetary chemical rockets. Super heavy chemical rockets as well.
Offering assistance.
Acknowledged. I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
Standing by. Surveilling target.
Ready. On the way to the target site.
Ready for orders. On the way to the target site.
We nearly have Kazakhstan fully occupied. There's still a little bit of time to go. A little bit of time.
Mission cancelled.
But yeah, that's unfortunate that Kazakhstan essentially collapsed. I've never seen that before. And there we go. We've imposed control over. That we did lose that executive control point, unfortunately. Zeno the Florians. Honestly, I'd like someone to take the Kazakhstan
Recon
thing.
complete.
Let's say economy's rebounded though a little bit, which is nice because it's like 173 billion, which was honestly just horrible. Focus on that. Focus on welfare. Yeah, don't focus on funding if you can, please. Okay. But yeah, Kazakhstan's now fully ours, and we are gonna continue on But I'll do that in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Please subscribe, like, and subscribe. Really does help me out. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.